Scientists gave healthy adults 1 avocado a day for 5 weeks and measured what happened to the fat circulating in their blood. LDL cholesterol, the kind linked to clogged arteries, dropped by an amount most people wouldn't expect from a piece of fruit. Stay until the end of this video because I'm going to show you exactly which compound in avocado is doing this and why the way most people eat avocado is cutting that benefit in half. What you're about to hear is not on the nutrition label. It is not in the healthy fats column of your fitness app, and your doctor has almost certainly never explained the mechanism by name, because this isn't about good fats in the vague way we usually talk about them. This is about what happens inside your small intestine in the 30 minutes after you eat avocado, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly what that means. Think about the last time you ate avocado. Maybe mashed on toast, maybe sliced into a salad, maybe blended into a smoothie. It tasted rich, creamy, satisfying. You probably felt good about the choice because someone once told you avocado has healthy fat. But here's what nobody told you in that moment. The fat itself is only half the story. The real mechanism happening in your gut has almost nothing to do with the fat content people usually talk about, and everything to do with a compound most people have never heard of. That compound is called beta-sitosterol. Beta-sitosterol is a plant sterol, a molecule that looks almost identical to cholesterol at the molecular level, close enough that your intestine can barely tell the difference. Here's why that matters. Inside your small intestine, cholesterol from food gets packaged into tiny transport particles called micelles before your body can absorb it. There's limited room in those micelles. Beta-sitosterol competes for that same space. Think of it like a subway car at rush hour with a fixed number of seats. When beta-sitosterol gets on board, it takes up a seat that cholesterol would have used. Less cholesterol gets a seat, less cholesterol gets absorbed, and more of it simply passes through your system instead of ending up in your bloodstream. A study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association followed adults who added 1 avocado daily to a moderately fat-reduced diet and measured their lipid panels over 5 weeks. LDL cholesterol dropped significantly more in the avocado group than in the control group eating a similar diet without it. Not a marginal difference, a measurable, repeatable one, confirmed against a diet that was already considered heart-healthy. This matters more than most people realize, because LDL cholesterol doesn't announce itself. You don't feel it building up. It moves through your arteries silently for years, depositing into arterial walls bit by bit, until a blockage becomes large enough to actually cause a problem. By the time symptoms show up, the underlying process has usually been running quietly in the background for a decade or more. Picture a drain pipe that slowly narrows from mineral buildup on the inside walls. Water still flows, but less efficiently, with more pressure behind it every year. Beta-sitosterol doesn't clean out an already narrowed pipe, but it reduces how much new material gets added to the walls in the first place. That's the mechanism. Less absorption at the source, less material building up downstream over time. If this is catching you off guard the way it caught me reading the research, take 1 second. Hit like on this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. It's how the algorithm knows people actually want the mechanism, not just another video telling you to eat more healthy fats, without ever explaining why. Now, here's the part that surprises people even more. Avocado isn't just beta-sitosterol. The fat inside avocado is mostly oleic acid, a monounsaturated fat. And oleic acid does something specific to a receptor on your liver cells called the LDL receptor. Your liver uses these receptors to pull LDL particles out of your bloodstream and clear them from circulation. Diets higher in monounsaturated fat and lower in saturated fat have been shown in multiple clinical trials to upregulate LDL receptor activity, meaning your liver becomes more efficient at clearing the cholesterol that's already circulating, not just absorbing less of it going forward. So you have 2 mechanisms working at once. Less cholesterol getting absorbed at the intestinal level because of beta-sitosterol, and more cholesterol getting cleared out of your bloodstream because of how oleic acid affects your liver's receptors. 2 separate pathways, same fruit, same 15 minutes it takes to slice one open. Here's what almost no nutritionist mentions in a consultation, because it involves timing, not just the food itself. Beta-sitosterol and oleic acid are both fat-soluble. That means they need to be eaten alongside other fat to be absorbed efficiently. If you eat avocado completely isolated, on its own with nothing else, your body absorbs a fraction of what it could. But when avocado is eaten as part of a meal that already contains some fat, the two compounds get carried into your system far more efficiently. This is why the study I mentioned earlier had participants eat their avocado as part of a full meal, not as an isolated snack. So what do you actually do with this information? 3 steps, simple, specific. First, eat avocado with the meal, not separately. Add it to eggs, to a salad already dressed with olive oil, to a dish that already contains some fat. Isolated avocado on its own absorbs less efficiently than avocado eaten as part of a complete meal. Second, don't overcook it. High heat begins to degrade oleic acid structure and can reduce the concentration of beta-sitosterol over time. Raw, sliced, mashed, or lightly warmed is fine. Prolonged high-heat cooking is where you start losing the benefit. Third, consistency matters more than quantity. The research showing measurable LDL reduction came from daily consumption over 5 weeks, not a single serving here and there. Half an avocado most days will do more for you than a whole avocado once a month. You're not someone who eats avocado just because it's trendy anymore. You're someone who understands exactly what beta-sitosterol is doing at the intestinal level and what oleic acid is doing to the receptors on your liver every single time you eat it. That shift changes how you build a plate, not just which foods are on it. So think about this. The next time you're standing in the produce section picking out an avocado out of habit, are you going to eat it the same way you always have, or the way your liver actually needs you to? I want to ask you something specific. Do you usually eat avocado on its own or as part of a full meal? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one.